Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee now, call 319-527-6305. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. And now, here's Dee.
Hi, everybody. This is actually Nadia Angelini, Intuitive Life Coach. I'm subbing for Dee today. She had last-minute travel, and I'm subbing for her. So I'm hoping that we are going to have a blast today. I always start with what energy is going on now, and I always channel for this group before we take callers, so I'll tell you what I got for this group. So first of all, for those of you that don't know, I do energy updates that are free every month. If you want to subscribe, you can go to my website, intuitionbynadia.com. But basically, October is about finding the balance. The imbalances in your life are going to be exposed. So now that we're towards the end of the month, you've probably already felt this. If there's an imbalance in your relationships, if there's an imbalance in your body, in your money, you're going to feel it this month. And this is the time to go, what do I need to sort of calibrate to in order to rebalance this? What do I need to add more in, and what do I need to let go of in order to find the balance? Because this foundation needs to be built right now because energy is super, super fast. So you want to focus on how am I feeling about this as opposed to how is this turning out or what am I getting from it, okay? Because the goal is sort of peace and stability for things to manifest in a really steady, perfect way. So the goal is we want to slow the momentum of what's not serving us and then give momentum to what does serve you. So I have a lot of clients that struggle with, say, weight issues or issues with food or food addiction. And so one of my favorite things is like, okay, so what am I thinking about my body and food every day? Like, what energy am I giving to food and my body? So am I saying like food is my friend, my body knows what to do? Or am I like, I feel fat, or I don't like what I'm wearing? Or so it's going, how can I rebalance that? How can I give more love to my body? How can I move my body more? How can I heal this relationship with food? Those type of things are really going to be highlighted right now. So for this group, it was really interesting. This is a really powerful group today, and I feel a lot of questions coming. I feel like a lot of you are so ready for a breakthrough right now, and I'm talking to so many of you because the energy is so strong right now from you guys. So I want to give you a couple things. The universe is bringing you what you've practiced thinking about. So I'm going to say it again. The universe is bringing you what you've practiced thinking about. So what's really hard, I find, is that people will go, why is this happening? Or, you know, I'm doing all the work and it's not working. So we'll hear this from clients, Dee and I both. We'll get this and we talk about it. And even Dee will call me and go, Nadia, why is this not working? You know, and this is why, because that means we have something that we've practiced or an expectation that we have that is overriding what we really want to create. So for example, if I expect, so for example, my youngest son tends to be, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it just for the sake of your understanding. He seems to be my more difficult kid. So I have an idea he's difficult. So when we do certain things, I'm anticipating that he's going to be a little more difficult. I have to rewrite that story. I have to learn to expect beyond what I've been observing. So that's the key for this group. You must learn, if you want that quantum leap, if you want that click over, so the money comes, so the partner comes, so the healing comes, you must learn to expect beyond what you have observed in the past or what you're observing right now. So if there's not enough money in your bank account and you keep feeling negative emotion about that, what do I tell you guys every time? What does this make me know I want? All right, I feel the negative emotion, which just means that I'm looking at what is and I'm vibing and putting out the energy of not enough money. So how can I pivot that? Let me do something about it, because it's my perception that's hurting me, not what is. Because right now, what's the truth? I have a roof over my head, I have food in my stomach, and money can always come. How does my inner being see my money situation? And I just find this question really helpful. A lot of you guys know most of my work is helping people connect with their own intuition, connect with their own inner guidance. And this is a great tool to start asking the question, how would my inner being see my money situation? I got it for you, girl. It's there. We ready. Let's, really tuning to that. So that's what I want to help you guys with today, is hearing what your inner being has to say about whatever it is you're struggling with and listening to that call and moving in that direction. Because your inner being, you guys, is always calling you towards everything you want every second of every day. And when you feel negative emotion, you're moving in opposition. And when you feel positive emotion, you're moving in the direction and on the path. And it doesn't matter. They will never stop calling you. Okay. So it's just a matter of tuning to that perspective as much as you can consciously to really get things to manifest in a quicker way. All right, guys, I love talking to you. So let's start with callers. And I love that I got Stephen here helping me out because I can see who you are. So let's start with first. We got Susan, Niagara Falls. Hi, Susan. It's been a while.
Yes, it has. And thank you so much for being here. I love you so much, Nadia.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. You sound great, Susan. That's great news. Tell me what's going on.
Well, my son had a really bad collision, and so I helped him. And that's one thing I want to talk about. Also, because I don't want to give myself up, obviously, because I'm done.
Yes.
With, all that. And also, I've met somebody, so I kind of want a sort of a general,
this
but kind of like
very exciting, Susan.
And I went to Dee's webinar. Oh my goodness, it was so awesome. So go.
Great. Okay, well, I just want to acknowledge that you just this is why you keep doing the work, because you'll get that click and then things start to come in. Okay, so I got to tell you, I feel really good about this relationship. It feels like there's so much here that you've been asking for. So that I get a totally good energy. Around your son, what they're showing me here is he's going to be okay. Just keep your heart open to him. You don't need to give yourself up. Just I'm here for you. I love you. I'm so sorry this happened. They're just showing me a more energetic showing up, not as much physically doing things for him. Does that make sense?
Yes. He and I have worked out a lot of differences because of our differences in beliefs and such. So we straightened out. A whole lot of things in the last week that I had to work with him. But I'm done with that. I'm not going there again.
Just being able to love him where he is and show and go, I'm here because you're my child and I love you, and we're allowed to be different and we're allowed to disagree. But that's how you support, and you always bring to the relationship what you want the other person to bring, which is compassion, empathy, and love. That's it. Because you love your son. Okay. Regardless if he agrees with you or not. And that's what you want to focus on. I got to tell you, this is a time, they're showing me a decision coming up for you here, and I don't know if this is going to be around moving or the guy, but it feels like a positive thing. Like you're going to go, I have this fun decision to make on something, and it feels like there's just two paths that are going to show up in front of you here that are going to be I can either go this way or this way, and they're showing me neither is wrong, and they're both right. Okay, so this is a really good time of you coming into your strength and power, back into your body. It might be something where there's a solution coming in. You're going to have two ways to choose, and they're both fine. Either way is going to lead you where you want to go, and they wanted me to give you that because they don't want you to overthink where you're going. They want you to be present in the moment and enjoy the journey right now, because this is a really good time for you. This is a turning point. That's really good, Susan. And you should feel very proud of yourself for getting to this point because you're at a turning point.
Do you have a time frame when that turning point?
Yeah, it feels like it's going to go over the next 6 months. They're showing me into the new year. This is a transitional time, but they're showing you in your heart. They're showing your heart feels safe. Your heart feels open. Your heart's in your hands. Like there's this sense of being in your heart and feeling good being there. And that's, instead of guarding or being bad things happening, there's a sense of like, oh, I feel so good. I'm in my heart right now. So that's the energy that I'm feeling over this next time, of where you can really not protect or guard yourself anymore. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, because it also makes sense with the statement that I got in the webinar that Dee had, which was, I am the electrical charge that knows I deserve it, and so I ask for it. So I know I deserve it all. I'm asking for it now. It's mine now.
And also knowing that, exactly.
And I follow my guidance to allow myself, every day I direct my energy to allow myself, follow that guidance, that higher guidance, the God of me. Yeah. And that's how I do it. And
that's it. That's what inner being, soul, the God of you is what I will say inner being, but yes, is your soul. But your soul is always coming from love. So that's my goal, is I'm always coming from love for myself and love it for others. And that's who you really are. So when you start acting in that way and going, that's my goal in every moment, that's where you're going to really shift over. So that's super exciting. Susan, I love this.
I am doing it every day. I'm bringing my energy every day for that. Perfect.
Yes, great.
Thank you.
Thanks,
I love
Susan.
you so much.
Next I have Patricia in Alabama.
Hi,
Hello.
thank you. Hi, thank you for taking the call.
Of course.
This is my first time speaking with you, Nadia. So, I am two things here. Love. I'm meeting, oh my goodness, so many different suitors. It's almost overwhelming.
I feel like it's almost anxiety provoking. That's what it feels like. It's like it's a little too much.
Yes, because I did send that out in the universe. It's been about 4 years since I've had long-term relationships, so I am looking for that forever lasting partner. And they are coming in. So.
But I feel like you're getting a lot of near misses, like a lot of people that are like, I'm not feeling anybody yet quite light up. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree. Yes. So do you see that everlasting
Okay, well, let me tell
partner?
you this. I don't mean to. First of all, I see marriage for you. And it's not far. It's going to be one of those things, Patricia, where they're showing me there's something that you need to walk away from or fully let go of that you're still holding on to that's keeping this from happening. But this is the way they're showing it to me. Okay, so I see marriage, and the feeling that I get with this man is calm, peaceful, easy. There's no drama. Have you had drama in the past?
Yes.
Because it just feels like the opposite. It feels like it just feels like it's just easy, relationships are always, there's some level, but the energy between you is going to feel like peace. It's going to feel like calm. It's going to feel like safety. Okay. And this sounds weird, but they are showing me this sort of happily family thing. Like you're going to feel like there's going to be a family feeling. So that's just showing me marriage. Okay. So that shows me like they become your family. Okay. So there's this one thing I want to focus on right now of either something from a past relationship. There's something here. So do you know what this is, or do you want me to dig a little deeper here and find out what it is that you need to sort of let go of?
Yes, if you could dig a little. I think I think I may know what you're talking about. But if you could dig a little deeper to just confirm, because I've worked on it and I felt like I've let go.
Okay, so they're giving me, and I'm sorry if this is too personal, it is around this sort of sexual energy, okay? So this is going to tell me that there's some either shame or body stuff or old maybe inappropriate stuff or a past sexual trauma. I'm not sure what this is.
So
there's something here around your sexuality that feels like closed off or an old energy, like maybe... it just feels like there's an opening here in your femininity and your femaleness that is a little closed off to me. And usually I see this when there's sort of some, lack of sexual, I don't mean the confidence, but like something here that hasn't been super positive. Around?
There was, could have been when I was 14, a family friend molested me. So
that'll do it. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. Okay. Yes, that'll do it. Okay. So that's what I was seeing here. There's this little bit of old, because when I see this energy, it usually means like a sexual abuse or something like that. So I understand. I was date raped when I was that age as well. So I understand what that feels like. So that's why when they show that to me, I know that it's something like that. Okay. So I just didn't want to it's hard for me because it's very personal and I didn't want to force you to tell us. But yes. So this is really interesting. There's something about that incident. I feel like you've done a lot of work on it. I don't feel like, but the part of that incident that isn't fully healed is knowing that there's something that it feels like someone could take something from you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like someone could have power over you and take something from you. And that's not true. What happened was you weren't fully in your power. This is the same thing with me. I didn't listen to my guidance. I felt unsafe, but I gave my power to adults. You give your power to other people instead of knowing your power and taking back that going, I am in charge of my own sexuality. I know my value and I know my power in my sexuality. I feel like is just this little piece, because that's why I feel this man is so gentle and safe. Like he's like the opposite of that energy. Your man.
Right. Okay.
He has this opposite, this very calming energy. And he's very intuitive and just very able to read you. You know what I mean? So I just think that if you can focus on, by the way, this guy, it's funny because they're saying to me, trust that you haven't met him yet because he was in financial trouble. Okay. So they're saying to me, he was in financial trouble. So this is why you haven't met him yet. Part of it is him.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he had to work through this money shit. He wanted to get at the other, because you don't want a man with no money, honey. You don't want that.
No. Definitely. Not yet.
Yeah,
I feel like you got to move on right quick. This is really, really important. I probably should have asked it first. Okay. Settlement. I have homeowners insurance. Back in March, I had wind, hail damage, roof needs to be replaced. Ceilings, now mold.
Okay, so is this about
speaking?
Okay, so your home is always, so when you have those things happening in your home, you always look at what are these things make me feel? Is it frustration? Is it annoyance? Is it fear around money? Because that's what came up for me, was more like it all costs money.
Yeah.
Like if you had more money, you'd be like, let's fix it.
Well, my homeowner's insurance. We're in a negotiation phase now. Upon settling. So this is what you want to do. I would literally, when you get off the phone with me, I would be like, I want it all to work out. I want the highest outcome. I want the money to come in and all this get fixed. I want to feel great in my home. I want my home to be solid and safe and strong, because it's a reflection of you. You know, and so you go, how do I want to create this? I want to feel safe and strong in my own body. I want to feel safe. I want to feel safe and strong in my home. So you go, this is what I want. What is this situation? Get me clarity about what I really want, and I'm just going to turn in that direction. Okay, Great.
Because you're really, you have a beautiful little soul, Patricia. You really have you're like a good person. You know, I can feel that from you.
Thank you.
And I think it's about being a good person and powerful at the same time. Because it's almost like you've been a good person but taken advantage of. And now this is like, I'm a good person that's strong and powerful. That's your journey.
Yes. I'm taking back my power. I mean, give it back. You know, and you're never going to do this again. You know, so
that's right.
Yes, I love you. Thank you so much, Nadia.
Thank you, Patricia. I love keep me posted. I love hearing.
I sure will. I will. Thank you.
Bye, Patricia. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Next, I have Paula in San Francisco. Hey, Paula.
Hey, Nadia. So nice to hear you.
Good. Nice to talk to you. What's going on?
Well, actually, I feel like it's hearing the last two people has been, or however many people have been on, I resonate with everything, but I feel like it's a lot of balance, out of balance in every regard. You know,
okay, yeah.
And so I guess I just want to know what is the first thing that I really need to, do
Work
to,
on,
start the dominoes falling.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it here. So what they're showing me is this energy of you're all tied up, like you feel restricted to me.
Totally.
Like everything's making you feel restricted. So what we want to do is sort of go, they're saying to me, oh, it's all going to work out. You don't have to worry as much as everything, even though it looks like this, don't give as much energy to what you're observing, like I said in the beginning. I must learn to expect beyond what I'm observing, because they're showing me here, it's all working out.
Great.
Don't worry about it. This is old. They want you to open to,
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about this before, so correct me. There is this feeling, like we were talking about, it's interesting because with both Patricia and Susan, we're talking about this love energy. They're showing me this journey of you of like letting go of this restriction, opening your heart up, opening to, again, love in all areas, loving your body, loving your life, loving your money. So that would be my focus for you. If I was you and I was doing the work every day, I would be like, I want to open my heart to my money. I want to open my heart to solutions. I want to open my heart to love. I want to open what do you want to open your heart to? That would be the perspective for you that's going to help loosen these restrictive energies, because restriction is self-imposed. I say that to you with love, as you know. So, as Abraham would say, you're so free you can choose bondage, because you're looking at what is and letting it put you, and I get it. It's so hard when you have money stuff and legal stuff and all that stuff is super stressful. So how do I want it to go? How do I want it to go?
And that is, thank you. But I feel like I'm all alone in this. And I feel like, I guess I've just been kind of waiting for somebody to come in and help me out. But I have to call it in.
Yes. And you're not alone. You're not alone. And that's what they want to tell you. Okay. Yeah, you've been, when you said I've been waiting, they're like, she's in the energy of I'm waiting for. And so you need to go, it's here. Okay,
right.
So I'm waiting for someone instead of universe, bring me all the resources, whatever that looks like. I love the exercise that Abraham talks about, which is the to-do list, like my to-do list, and then the universe's to-do list. And, for me, when I do that, it'll be like, because, I have 2 businesses, I have 2 kids, like it's crazy over here. So my to-do list is always a lot of things. And so I always sit there and I go, well, what do I need the universe to do? I need to line up the perfect timing to get this meeting with this person or this music supervisor or whatever it is. And then that person will email me, or that person will call me instead of me having to reach out to them. Like, it will work it out for you, but you need to let it.
Right.
Okay, so instead of I'm waiting for someone. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but you can't control him. You can control the universe and not him. You can control what you get, not what he does.
Because so I should open my heart and just send love and just in the universe say, this is what I need. And
well, what is he doing? What do you want him to do? Better question.
He needs to partner with me, and we have these properties and we have stuff that's coming up, and I'm saying, and he's supposed to do stuff. He says he's going to do it, and he doesn't.
Yeah, he has resistance and fear, and it's not because he's a bad person. He's just in resistance and fear. So what I would say is I would sit down and I would write the story. My brother and I come together. All the solutions line up. It's all working out. We both feel better and better about this every day. I don't, how do you want it to go? And even include your brother, because now you can influence him in a positive way. Mm-hmm. When you're like, you're not doing what I want, I need you to do it, and you're not, you're just adding to his resistance.
Right.
So you want to, what influence do you want to be on him? And that's what I would write is I want us to be able to work together. I want us to be a win-win. I want us to get money from the side. I want to work it all out. What is it that energetically you both agree on?
Okay.
Does that make sense? You might have to re-listen to what I said. But I think that the big thing is going, where do we align? We both want it to work out. We both want to get money from it. We both want, what do we agree on energetically? You don't have to talk to him about it.
Right.
But my
basic thing is I want out I want, and then he doesn't, so there's that.
So you go, I want the highest solution. I want the win-win. I want us both to get what we want. I want us both to get what we want is my favorite. A win-win is what we want. That feels great to everyone.
Absolutely.
Because they're showing me here, there's a solution that you guys can't see, so where everybody feels good about.
Oh.
And that's what you want to open.
Okay.
Show me the solution that we all feel good about. Can you feel there's no resistance in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want to find.
Definitely. Yes.
Awesome.
I'll keep you posted. Thank you.
Thanks, Paula. Bye, sweetie. Next, I have Diana in New York. Hello.
Hello, Nadia. How are you?
Good. Happy to talk to you.
Me too. It's been a while. I have two pieces.
Okay.
I have a relationship. I'm I think on the verge of a fairly significant breakthrough and kind of the last piece of probably large challenge in my I think in my life. I had a health impact earlier this year, and all related to like digestion and actually a malignant tumor in my colon. Everything turned out great. Manifested the best outcome I could. Zero stage removal and all that. But yes, actually. So now where I'm at is what needed to happen and what I was resisting, and I believe what created the health issue, body toxia, was I was resisting taking steps in my relationship. So that has occurred, and I like what you just said to the last person, show me a solution that we can all feel good about. So I would like any information with regard to the relationship, long 37 years with my husband.
I mean, that's a long ass time. Okay.
It's a really long time.
And good for you. Remind me of your birthday, just the day and the month.
10/20.
Oh, that's right. And then your husband's birthday. I just tuned to him too.
2/8.
Okay.
February 8th.
Yeah. So you're very compatible energetically. But you both have. Neither of you are the ones that want to go toward the conflict. You know what I mean? There's usually a couple where they're like, we gotta talk about it. Neither of you are that person. So you have two people that can avoid shit for a long ass time. Okay, so
and stuff it inside.
Yeah, and you got two of you. So that makes sense to me. And I love that you're willing to look at it. I get emotional because there is so much love here. And you are absolutely right. You are ready for a breakthrough. You're ready to renew this. I get goosebumps. Very powerful soul time for you and your husband, both of you, separately.
I feel it. Yeah, you feel it. And you were one of those people that was calling to me at the beginning of the show, ready for a breakthrough. Your energy was calling to me. Because when I'm talking to you, I was like, oh, your energy was loud. Okay? It's knocking loud. And I hope I'm past the health stuff.
What they're showing me is there's just a little piece with the stomach stuff. So obviously we know stomach is about feeling our feelings. So we know that you've been working on that. That's really good. That's part of why it solved. The other part is learning how to nourish and give to yourself. That's the other part of this. And that's what I think the challenge is with your husband is how to give to him, right?
Yes.
You don't, and I don't know that he really, I don't mean this to be in the wrong way, but I don't know that he's learned how to give to you what you really need. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So that's what I'm feeling energetically is like, you're like, I'm doing all this giving because that's the dynamic we set up for 30 some years, We've set up this dynamic and it's no longer working for me. I need more. Okay. So it starts with you going, this is what I need. This is what I want. Because men are stupid. Okay. I don't mean like all men. I don't mean all men, but I just mean they're different animals. Okay. And you got to spell it out. So this is about you really tuning with what you really need. Does that mean you need more affection? Does that mean you need more talk? What do you really need? Because this man will do it for you. He just is not going to think of it on his own. Okay.
Yep.
So this
Perfect.
is part of you knowing, what nourishes you, because he wants to do it.
This is my sense of it. I kind of waffled, like, do I really? Yeah, so this is very helpful, very, very clear. This is my sense. What you just shared is my sense, is we're supposed to find a solution together and show me that solution. And I also very strongly feel that it's about me putting my boundaries and stopping, the self-destructive, like stuffing it in. Yep.
Yeah, because it's when you learn to give to you, then you can go, this is what I need. But this has been your journey, is you haven't known how to give to you. And, this man is not going anywhere. What he loves about you is you're not a controlling woman. You both really appreciate your freedom and independence. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Because you're both very individual to me, which is really, and he appreciates that about you. I feel like that's what he loves about you, is that he loves your strength. He wants you to be in your power. This man does not want to diminish you, And so it's knowing that. And I wanted to tell you that because he's just dumb sometimes. He doesn't say the right thing. He he's a little like on animal time. You know what I mean by that? Like, he doesn't do things in the way you would do them.
Oh, yep.
That's what I'm getting from him. So all of these things, it's just an understanding of his nature, but he's a good man, and he isn't going anywhere, and he wants to do better. He just doesn't know how, so you have to be a little bit more the leader in this dynamic. But I feel very good about you guys. Like, I feel like there's a new light ahead.
Me too. Okay, this is wonderful. Thank you. So that's very,
Thanks,
makes me feel good. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. Yay. No problem.
Yay.
Have a great day. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay, let's see. I got to go down past me I got Iris in Philadelphia. Hello.
Hi, Nadia. How are you?
Good. How can I help you today?
Good. When you said these people are ready for a breakthrough, I thought, I already am breaking through.
Yes, girl.
But sometimes it feels I just wanted to feel a little less like I'm punching through a wall. So I think that's where I'm at, a little less like.
Well, it feels like you've gone through a massive transition. Is there something big that happened? Like, did you lose a job or move or something big happen recently?
The kernel is I left restaurants for 2 years. I went back in the spring because I wanted to go back. And now I'm like, I have to do the new thing as quickly as possible. And I haven't built the new thing yet.
Okay, so what does the new thing feel like?
Well, I'm really good at it. I'm respected. I'm valued. I'm facilitating groups, and I'm connecting with people. It's like the stuff that I'm really, really good at with serving, but in a completely healthy way that has a really positive impact for more people,
Yes, and I love that. And I worked in my family owned a restaurant my whole life, and I worked in restaurants literally since I was 5. So I know where you are. And what I love about working in a restaurant and knowing about manifestation, Iris, is that it is the fastest way to know where you're at. Because like literally when you work in a restaurant, I'm like, oh, my energy is not in a good place. I'm getting every douchebag on the planet. I'm getting bad tips. I'm getting, I've got difficult people. I am not in a good space. And so my friends and I would work on saying, because when you're in a good energy, you get the nice people, you get the easy table, your food comes out on time, everyone's happy, you get the good, it's a direct reflection. And I love your awareness of like, wow, I love uplifting, connecting with people, facilitating a good time. I love your connection with serving in that, because that's true. I made so many connections working in restaurants. I met my husband working in restaurants. Well, okay, so nice. He came in with his mom when I was working there, so that's how I met him. So many wonderful things can happen, and I just want you to go, show me all the great things I can get from where I am, and show me the easiest path to where I want to go.
Okay.
Because there's still a little bit of get me out of here. Okay. And that energy locks you in place. And I get it because I've been there. I know exactly how you feel. I would dread going through the restaurant. So I know how, because it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of output. It's exhausting. It's stressful. Girl, I know. I feel you. But they are showing me here.
Sorry,
they're showing me here so many gifts that are going to take, like meeting the right person, that are going to, I said this example on my show, but I have to tell you, one of my best friends, also in the restaurant business with me for years, and that's how we met. She was in the restaurant business right before the pandemic. She really wanted to get into working with children with special needs. She loves working with kids. And she's like, how am I going to do that? I don't have a degree. I don't have this. I don't have that. This woman walked into the restaurant, was a doctor of psychology that ran an autistic kid school. She goes, I can't teach what you have. Will you come work for me?
Oh,
okay. So,
I need that. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And so now her past 3 years, her career is working with children. She got educated. She got everything paid for, all her training. It all came because she was at that restaurant and open to it that day. So it's really opening to all the possibilities, because there's so much that you want, Iris, that's more than this job. There's connections. There's relationships. There's so many things that you're asking for, and they're going, we can bring it to you wherever you are, because they're showing me here a connection through this restaurant job. So, and it's going to be –
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I know it's hard to see.
Funny when you said that about, like, it's never the guest. Like, waiting on people I really love. I'm really good at it. It's everything else. It's like the abuse from the management, or like, owner.
Yeah, girl.
That's where
the amount
it
of
gets,
times.
like,
Yes, girl, I get it. So what you want to do is go, again, there was this guy that we used to work with. I hope he does not listen to the show. That was he was just a bully manager. He was a dick. I'm going to be rude. Yeah. Okay. He was just an insecure male that was exerting power in an abusive way. Okay. That's it. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you're dealing with a similar thing. Could be male or female, but and I was having none of it. And my girlfriend, she was like, how come he doesn't treat you that way? I go, because I'm having none of it. Okay, like, no, honey, no. So I am the decider of how I'm treated. He may treat every other person that way, but not me, honey. So you got to go, how do I want to be treated? What influence am I on this person? What do I expect from this person? What do I expect? I expect to be treated with respect, because that's what I'm putting out. I expect to be honored and valued wherever I am, because that's why you're still there. Because if you're not feeling honored and valued by your bosses, how are you going to feel that, out in the world? So I think that this is an important time for you to go, I'm going to literally practice looking at positive aspects of this person and lighting them up. Like, I know they're good inside. I talked about this on my show too. There's a book, it's called Good Inside. It's a child psychologist. Every person started out good inside. Okay? Mm-hmm. Every person that's nasty is hurting. My favorite thing, they're not giving you a hard time, they're having a hard time. It's not about you.
Yeah.
And when you go, I'm coming with compassion, I'm looking at this person like a child, I'm looking at this person like, wow, they're really angry and upset, and I'm not taking it on, woo, girl, you powerful. That's how I started to go, oh, I got this. Like, I can do this, because that's the most powerful influence, and people will treat you nicely because they'll feel it from you, even if they're nasty to everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a lot. That's a lot to chew on. And that really correlates.
Sorry, I always tend to throw a lot at people and then see what sticks. But you can always go back and re-listen too, because there's still something there for you. There's still something there for you. But you're on your path.
Okay, good.
Don't worry.
Good. Thank you. Yeah, you're right.
Thanks, Iris.
It definitely confirms. Okay. Thanks so much.
Good. Thank you. Okay, I hope I pronounced this okay. This looks like Lena in Oklahoma. Did I say it correctly?
You did, Miss Nadia. How are you?
Yo, yay, good. Hi, Lena. How can I help you?
Oh, I tend to be in the victim mindset.
Okay. Well, you don't feel like it right now, so that's good.
Well, that's because I just pulled over.
Good.
I'm on my way to my parents.
Good. But okay. What? That has a whole nother energy attached to it when you said that. Okay.
Well, no, going to my parents. Yeah, my mom is. I don't know if she's ready to make her transition or not.
Okay.
But I haven't been handling it well. When she got sick, I moved to Oklahoma to help be a caregiver.
Yeah.
Only that didn't.
Okay. Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Okay. So what do you want in this situation?
I want to be able to love my mom for no reason at all. I want to be able to love my stepdad for no reason at all. So when he goes off and does his thing, that I cannot take on his stuff.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Can you give me your mom's birthday? I just want to tune to her and see where she's at, so I can maybe help you. With this. Go ahead.
Her birthday's 11/11, and mine is 11/17.
Oh, okay. So you got two Scorpio women here, so that's a lot of intense connection. I love this connection with your mom. Your mom has had a lot of pain in her life.
I know.
Okay, a lot of pain, and it's all still there. And this is part of why she's sort of in this slow transition. Is there like a dementia situation?
She's had 2 strokes. She's had she has a pacemaker, and the dementia. Where the stroke was, it was at the back of her, at the base of her brain. So she, it's just very slow and painful for her, and I don't. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's not as painful for her as it is for you. Okay. She's half here. That's what it feels like to me. Whenever I say dementia, it's because like half of them are on the other side and half of them are here. Okay, when people have a lot of trauma that they have unresolved, they will manifest a slower transition, which is dementia, Alzheimer's, where they're sort of half here and half not. Because I feel like she's not your mom anymore. You know what I mean? Like she's not all the way in her being anymore. Does that make sense to you when you see her? Yeah, it does. She tends to talk more to my dad than she does to me. Okay, and she, your mom, her love for you is so deep. And I want you to go, that's what I want you to tune to. Because I'm a mom, and I'm telling you right now, as I'm talking to you, her energy is a little bit already on the other side. I can't explain this. It's hard to explain to you. But, like, there's a part of her that's already in non-physical. Okay? I know. She keeps talking about wanting to go home. Yeah, because there's a piece of her that's already there. And but her love for you, oh, my God, like, it fills me. It makes me cry. Like, it's so intense. I feel like if she had the words, there is nobody on this planet that she loves more than you. I know she loves me, and I want to be able to feel that love and send that love back, and that's where I've been. Yeah, but it's not in her body. It's in her soul, because it's there. And you're totally right. When we're in the loss, when we're in the grief, when we're in the fear, you can't feel it. It's not the same frequency. It's a different radio station, right? Yeah. So I think that she is preparing to make her transition. It's not going to be too long, okay? She's not happy where she is, as you know, okay? Yeah, and also the energy I'm getting from her is she wants you to be free of this. She feels like a burden. It doesn't feel good to her to feel like a burden. That's really what she doesn't like that. You know, she's never. Sorry for interrupting. My mom has always been one. Her name growing up was Screaming Mimi because she was always the rebel, always independent. And she's a true creator of art. You can give her 5 items of something, and she'd come up with 10 different pieces of art. Well, yeah, and she has a lot of grief and pain of her own life, and she wants to let it all go. And this is going to be a challenging period for you. But what it's going to do is opening you up. You know, my dad died in 2020, and the next morning I woke up, and I was by myself at 5 a.m, crying, and I stopped, and I just looked outside. I live behind these mountains, and I looked outside and saw these mountains, and I heard his voice, and his voice said to me, I can be there for you in ways I couldn't be when I was there.
And I want you to know that your mom will be able to, you're going to feel closer to her when she makes her transition, because you're going to be able to feel her in your soul as opposed to looking at her body right now. You know, her body is on its way out, but her soul is eternal, you know.
Okay.
And you're going to be able to feel her. You're extremely sensitive and intuitive, sweetie. It's been a little bit of a liability for you, this sensitivity. And that's why you've been going to the victim, because you don't feel in your power. The victim energy is just, I feel powerless, right? That's all it is. And so what's the power that I do have? And I love what you said. You said, I just want to love them where they are. I just want a smooth transition for my mom. I just want my mom to make her transition the way she wants it. I want what she wants, right? Yeah.
The biggest thing that I really want, Mom, is that if she chooses to come back in the future, that she just lives the most glorious and best life. Because I know how hard it was for her in this life. Yeah.
Yeah, she had a rough one, but at the same time, her love, and she did a lot of things that she loved and celebrated. She just, this old trauma just never went anywhere. They are showing me here, like, is there going to be, there's going to be, when she passes, and remember I said this, you're going to feel this sense of relief, okay? Mark my words. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be her telling you that she's free. You're going to feel her freedom, and I want you to hold on to that, because that's what she wants for you. She's going, don't keep yourself in chains like I did. Find your freedom. Find your power. And she's not going to leave your side. She's going to be right there with you. They're showing me birds here. So I just want you to know she may, and talk, you can tell her, even her subconscious will hear you. I'm showing me birds, and they're showing me for some reason blackbirds. And I don't know why blackbirds. I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. Like, they're showing me blackbirds in the sense of, like, what she will show you when she transitions. Blackbirds. But ask her about it, okay? Because she hasn't chosen yet. She's like, she hasn't I'm going yet. She's still in this sort of like, I'm half here, I'm half somewhere else. Okay? It's not going to be a long, long time, but she still hasn't chosen it, but they just keep showing me blackbirds, and I don't know why. Let me just see if there's anything else around this.
Well, I know when I was working at the zoo, I saw a lot of cardinals.
Okay.
But when I lowered, long story short, I lowered my frequencies, I started seeing ravens everywhere.
Ravens are that's it. The ravens or blackbirds are any blackbird. People think ravens are bad energy. They're not. Ravens are like, you know, I always think of ravens as like a death and a rebirth. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know, you think about like Halloween and just because people have vilified anything that is like black cats, black dogs. I mean, it's an old thing. You know what I mean? That's why no one adopts the black cats or the black dogs. It's ridiculous. Whereas it's not really that. It's really rebirth.
Yeah, I have a black kitty cat at the house.
Yeah, I love I had it too. He passed away last year, but we had him for a long time. So I hope that's helpful for you, Iris. And I'm so sorry you're going through this. Grief sucks. It sucks. Okay, so there's no way but through it. Okay, so
it's like it's Lena, not Iris. Although I love Iris.
Yes, exactly. And I'm sending you so much love, and just keep going.
Thank you.
Want whatever you want, and you're going to get through this, Mama, and you'll be better on the other side of it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Iris. Okay. Iris. I meant Lana. Sorry, I'm looking at all these names here, and that's what happens. I apologize. Okay, next I have Jennifer in Indianapolis.
Hello. How are you?
Hi. Good. How can I help you?
I'm tempted to ask for a general, but this has been such a great show, and it's going right down the alley of what I need. So I'm on the edge of a breakthrough. I just need to see what's next.
Okay, so they're showing me here that open your eyes. There are more possibilities and more doors available to open, and it's almost like you're a little too focused on it happening one way.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Like, you're like, it has to be this way. And I'm like, no, girl. Yeah, they're showing me, like, open up.
Well, it's really pertaining to business because I actually have two businesses. They're very different. And neither one of them I can seem to just get off the ground. And so that makes me wonder, am I just going the wrong way? Am I picking the wrong possibility?
Okay, so let me just look. We're going to call it Business 1 and Business 2. What can we call Business 1 and Business 2?
Business 1 is basically a marketing business.
Okay.
Business 2 is a selling business.
Okay. All right, so let me look at both. 1 and 2. 1 first. Okay, so the marketing one, it's like you're not appealing to the right community.
Okay.
It's like you're looking for one audience and you need to look for another audience.
Okay, that's good. That's good information.
Okay.
Am I approaching them without my own personality? Is that the problem? Trying to do it someone else's way instead of my own?
No, you're right. You got great eyes. You got great instincts. You have great, you channel when you're coming up with this stuff. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Like it feels like this is absolutely what you're great at. Okay. So I would trust you. The challenge that I'm seeing is it feels like you've had things fall through, like disappointments.
Yes.
And things fall through. So that's still just too active. Bring me the people that can pay. Bring me the people that appreciate me. Bring me the people that I can I feel like you're going to discover new skills that you have. Like there's a sense of you going, I'm going to sink my teeth into this. Let's go. Because it feels like you've been doing a lot of what you have been doing, and they're showing me you do something new in marketing. Okay? So releasing the disappointment, going, you know what? I'm done with that energy. What did that disappointment make me know I want? I want people that can pay, people that love me, people that are happy to have me there, blah, 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 you know? But it's showing me almost like a new avenue, new community. All right, so the second business, what's going on there? Oh, okay, so this one I feel actually, this one is more lit up for some reason. Yeah. Do you give it less energy? Are you less worried about it?
I'm less worried about it, and it's actually a little more fun. I'm looking at it kind of like a side hustle.
Yes, and this one has much more momentum for success quicker because it's like it's lighter in your energy. It doesn't have the disappointment and it's not associated with all this stuff. And they're showing me here a massive opening up to like a bigger audience. With the second one.
Yay.
Yeah. So this one I don't see any. This one's like ready to go. You just got to like water that plant a little bit because it's just a lighter energy. You feel it's lighter, it's more fun. That's the energy that you want. That's what creates abundance and brings people to it.
Makes all the sense in the world.
Okay. Yeah, isn't that weird how that happens? I know, it's so weird. Because I could feel there's like a lighter energy around it. All right, so for you in general, Jennifer, and then, you still have some lack consciousness, some money stuff that you can also clean up because that's just affecting all of it. If I don't have enough and this is draining and I have to pay for this. So, whatever goes out comes back to me 10 times. I love how money goes out and money comes back in. Bring me the people that can pay me. Really cleaning up that energy is going to help in general with both.
Great. Oh, this is wonderful. And can we get a private with you?
Yeah. You just go to my website, intuitionbynadia.com, and you can go there, or you can just email me at nadia@intuitionbynadia.com, and we can set it up.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, you're great.
Right, thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. You're
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you.
You guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for having me here today. I do have my show. I will be live on Saturday, November 5th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. If I did not get to you, you can find me, again, intuitionbynadia.com. Thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's always an honor.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.